Hello guys, and welcome to episode 15 of my Empire Total War campaign, playing as Great Britain on very hard difficulty. Today we're going to be moving on after defeating the Spanish at Paris. We are needing to replenish our forces here, and I think I'm probably going to stop this because I actually want to fix up this college. Now the other thing that I did notice just after I'd stopped recording was that the income for the next turn is going to be 6,835, which is quite a lot. And that's mainly because the upkeep cost of these units that are depleted is relatively low in comparison to when they're at full strength. So we're going to be getting ourselves a nice chunk of income, enough to start the replenishment of a lot of these forces, which is good. In the meantime, let's get this navy away from the English Channel, although I should probably keep something here to deal with the ships coming out of Antwerp. So let's have this guy here, George Rook, maybe with a 6th rate, go and just blockade that. And then we're going to have our 5th rate and Edward Russell actually move up here towards the Americas, and we're going to like intercept our own navy just to make sure those gentlemen get home safe, because I'm definitely concerned that there's going to be like not necessarily pirates on our side of things, because we're getting relatively close now, but definitely, you know, like the French fleet is up here and I'm not sure how many more of them there are. There could be like other forces down here. I don't know where the Spanish Navy's gone. There is a Spanish Navy here. Maybe that's their only navy, but still, yeah, I just want to make sure those gentlemen get back to our research places sooner than later. In the meantime, we do have Isaac Newton down here, who will need to move back to the college to help us with research. So that's something we're going to look to do as well. And I've decided after finishing this research we're going to go for the canister shot, because I think it'll be useful for defense, especially for my cannons, which currently are kind of useless. So that is pretty much everything done. Let's jump over to Königsberg. I'm going to replenish these forces. And if we jump over to the Americas, we can fix up that barracks as well. All in one turn. That's nice. Okay, so we'll do that. Anything else we want to do? Oh, we've got a new unit here, Rogers Rangers. Those guys are skirmishers and they are extremely accurate. They're also pretty decent in melee for skirmishers. That's nice. Why can't I recruit those in Europe? Yeah, they're not there on the Europe recruitment. Maybe it's because they're an American-based unit. How many can I have of them? Oh, I can only have one, so they're like a special unit. That's fair enough. All right. So we might even think about recruiting them, but not this turn. I think everything is done. We've moved our fleets for the most part. Let's end it. See if France attacks us. That's the main thing I'm kind of worried about here, especially after those Spanish attacks. It's not good. It seems like Spain is capturing a lot of the ships that they're attacking in the Mediterranean, and that's something that in between episodes I figured out from you guys, so thank you for that. Another thing actually that I was looking up was about fort walls, and apparently you have to completely dismantle a fort in order to fix its walls. Like, you have to rebuild it from scratch. I think it's supposed to be a bug, but it is what it is. So we're going to have to work with that. throughout this campaign, unless maybe I can find a mod that fixes it. But it would have to be save game compatible, so that's the only thing I'm worried about. Okay, was that a pirate fleet heading up north in the Americas? I feel like it went past here, wasn't it? I'm a little bit worried about these India men. Maybe I could drop down to the Azores, Europe. And then that will pop me out down here. And then I can just skip down to the bottom, to the Ivory Coast. Rather than having to deal with pirates in the New World. Right, meanwhile, let's get these guys over to Europe. Technology has finished. Enemy raid at Bordeaux. Let's change our research now in Cambridge to the canister shot. We'll have our gentleman here. I think I'm just going to have him continue the research until we have fire by rank complete. So that's only 7 turns now. It's fine. Works on striking Ireland. And in Edinburgh. That would be because our taxes are too high. There we go. Job done. Trait gained. Harsh reputation. -1 happiness for the lower classes and +1 to management for justice administration. That's another thing that it reminds me to do. I need to boot some of these terrible advisors which got taken into effect in the last election. So we're going to get this chap in here for the Treasury. Next up we'll get rid of the Chief Justice. We need to make sure that we have that extra repression there for sure. Alright, let's have our ships up here ready and waiting for the gentlemen to arrive, and we shall escort them back to England in this time of war. Right, let's look at our army at Paris. We'll choose to replenish the line infantry first. I think I just accidentally merged a couple of units, that's fine. At the end of the day, all it's going to do is just save us some upkeep, and we're still going to get another 6,400 next turn anyway, so we can pretty much go all out with this replenishment. Still replenishing here, aren't we? Yes. Okay. I might be tempted to recruit at Quebec. So let's have these guys fix up, and then we will maybe get some more cavalry actually. I believe there was a comment that mentioned these mounted tribal auxiliary can fire on the move. So we'll try them out, and if they can, that's great. If they don't, then that's still fine. Let's just infiltrate with our rake. That's cool. And we'll get our Protestant missionary to move into Quebec. I'm actually going to put him inside the settlement. Maybe it will help me with public order or something. Good. So that's pretty much everything done. Still concerned about this, but we should be okay. Let's end the turn. France, are they going to attack? No. Doesn't look like it. Oh, they raided that college again. Of course they did. I'm going to have to think about just having a garrison force at that college. I can't afford to just keep having it raided. We're going to have to start doing fire by rank at our college near London. Those are two big Poland-Lithuanian armies. I really hope they don't attack Königsberg at the same time. That would be pretty tragic for me. Especially if they actually have cannons to open up the walls and they aren't silly like the Prussians had been previously. Gee, it was Kurland, wasn't it? Kurland kept coming over and attacking me. And they didn't use their cannons very well at all. And 13 colonies. Did they just lose that battle? I think they did as well. They're moving aggressively towards another settlement though, which is what I like to see. Yeah, so there was some pirates heading up over my trade route there in the Americas. So I'm glad that I got my fleet to where I wanted it to be. Okay, we'll merge these guys. Fantastic. And we'll come down to England now. Jolly old England. Drop off our gentlemen. That's a pretty nice fleet now. Ancillary gained, +1 happiness to the nobility. Enemy raid, building constructed, mission successful. We also have this fleet arriving. Oh yeah, we want to just get down to the West Africa Trade Theatre if we can, without being smashed upon by the Spanish. With that tribal auxiliary finished, maybe what I should do, get all our troops except from the one replenishing, bring them out, and go for that attack. Emigration due to starvation at Acadia. Why are they still not having enough food? Why is there a food shortage? It's like literally farms right here. Maybe we need to upgrade those. We'll do it anyway. Let's have this attack on Montreal here. Demand their surrender. Surrender refused. So now we have bowmen to deal with for the most part. They do have some native warrior auxiliary which are going to hurt. They do have some cannons, but they're fixed. So we can play around that a bit. Pretty sure we should win this and take Montreal. Let's fight this on the battle map. So after this is done, I'm tempted to either try and finish off the Iroquois, or we can focus on maybe getting that last French settlement in the very top right of North America. Not sure. Let's get these cannons to a decent position though. Like a little bit of a hill there, that kind of sucks. I'm gonna make sure they have line of sight down into the settlement. That's much better. It will have them over on that right side. Let's have my line infantry together. Gonna keep these militia on the flanks. They do have cannons, so I probably shouldn't stack like this. What I am going to have to start getting used to is using three rank lines, because that's the 3 ranks are how many deep you can use fire by rank. So the front line will crouch, the next line will fire over their shoulders, second line will crouch, third line will fire over their shoulders, then the front line stands up again. So that's what we're going to have to start working with, but in this case it's just because I have a lot of troops, so Having them spread out too much is not too helpful. These guys can fire from their horses by the looks of things. That's going to be pretty cool. My general here needs to be spread out. Right, there we go. End the deployment. Focus their horsemen. Looks like we're just not in sight of them at all. It's good that they put their artillery in fortifications though. Because that way they're not going to be very maneuverable. Bring a couple units through here. I'll start advancing in the centre here. Just got to be very careful of their cannons. Shoot those horses. I think because that mounted tribal auxiliary can actually fire, they're gonna come over and try and do some damage. Okay, well, never mind. Should have just gone into a square formation, I think. Those square formations going. Let the cannons keep firing away.
Right away, infantry! Move out! Come on! Yes, right away, sir!
Oh man. Fire a nice volley into them.
Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Right away,
Why are these guys not firing? Holy shit. Please, game. There we go. Holy crap. How that took that long to do, I will never know. Or maybe I will. Good old buggy controls. Let's just charge down these ones, although I shouldn't really charge them in the front, should I? But it's whatever. Whatever, we're just gonna have to. I don't have space or time to just run around them, so we're just gonna run straight into them. Get my general closer here. It's going to be some native warriors that I can't see somewhere. I will have to worry about.
We Oui, monsieur.
I'm not sure if actually if the well, they don't have canister shot, so that's fine actually. We can just run down these cannons. Okay, so we've engaged their cannons here. They are engaging me. Focus their cav. Just make sure all of these dudes are coming over. Those are some bowmen. Maybe I'll run down the bowmen. Who knows? Okay. Get into this fight quickly. Probably just charge those guys down. Oh, a lot of my dudes ran away. Not good. Stuck between 3 regiments at the moment and being shot from both sides. How are we doing against their cav? Colonial Dragoons aren't really working very well against Colonial Light Cav. That sucks. Ideally here, my Hessian Line Infantry will win against these Colonial Line Infantry, and then we can come into the back of the Regiment of Foot Native Warrior Auxiliary here. Oh, those Firelock arm sets really got wrecked by my charge here. We are being shot in the back by archers. Let's just have this general unit help run down those native warriors. Those guys can run down those. Yeah, the Dragoons can run down the Bowmen. Tribal Mountain Auxiliary can run down the Firelock Armed Citizenry. And we can shoot to death those lot. Doesn't matter. Heroic victory. Fantastic stuff indeed. Okay, whew. That was a bit intense, but we made it work. And we're taking the settlement. So that's all good news. And that gives us Montreal. I'm not sure how much money Montreal will make us. 44 from tax. Okay. But Quebec definitely makes us a reasonable amount. Another 600 from there. We also get a relatively good amount from there from trade. Okay. Upper Canada is ours. Fleet has arrived. We already moved our ships, didn't we? So that's just a trait gained for our general here. He's an aggressive attacker. I think we need to jump over to Paris now and make sure that the rest of the troops are starting to replenish. That's good. Maybe the cav as well. The cav's going to cost me a bomb. Yeah. And I'm very tempted over in Königsberg to get myself another militia unit, because those forces are getting rather large. So we're making ground in the Americas, which is good. Let's jump over to our lists. We've moved all of our fleets. We moved the only army that could move. We are still kind of locked down. But if the 13 colonies start to make more ground here against the Iroquois, then that's great news as well. We can always come through their lands and just go and attack Savannah, Georgia down here. But I don't want to be at war with the Cherokee while we're also still at war with the Iroquois and the Huron-Wyandot. I need to take back the Moose Factory there, and this one as well, Fort Saint-Marie. I believe that's everything done for this turn. Can we kick another minister? We can. Let's get rid of the naval minister maybe, or actually no, let's get rid of the Chief Justice. Okay. He gives us +1 repression across the theatre, which is better than the other guy was doing. The other guy wasn't doing anything for me. So that's going to help out quite a lot. Paris, still dealing with resistance to foreign occupation. Let's move on to the next turn. Looks like the French there. Our army took a beating in that battle with the Allied provinces, or United provinces. But the United provinces still lost nonetheless. Oh dear. Time to go. Well, at least I'm sort of retreating in the right direction. We just want to get into the Ivory Coast as soon as possible. I reckon that fleet's just going to get destroyed eventually though, if there are any pirates there. And well, would you look at that. We have another battle on our hands against Poland-Lithuania. But unfortunately guys, that has been my time. So we're going to have to leave it here. We're facing 4 units of line infantry in the next battle. These irregulars are kind of crappy, but I'm a bit worried about the amount of artillery they have again, especially if they actually make a breach this time. Right, that's all for now. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.